Okay, welcome everybody. So let's just do a quick sound check to make sure you can hear me properly. Okay, so sounds good. Great. Okay, so is any current trades or that people want any of you want me to look at, or any questions about trades you've had today or last week, etc.? No? Okay. All right. Well, that's being the case. We can just go through and look at what we have, and we can see that there's, just to make sure that there's that the chart's refreshed. And that. Okay, so one of the things, just to have a quick look, and it's easy enough to see if there's any. Okay, so 805. Okay, so we can see that there's vertical lines where they should be, yeah, where there's ups and where there's downs. So and we can also just quickly go from one time frame to another and back to the original. Okay, so these get quite quick. It's good if we do it in between the 805, do that in between the time frames of the chart. Otherwise, a lot of times if they're getting alerts, they won't do anything until the alert actually shows. Okay, so Monday, you can see that price action went sideways as it began today. And then as the day unfolded, getting into the blue section, which is the London Euro session, the green one being the Asian session, the morning session. Yeah. So I mean, when the chart indicates a downward movement or an upward movement, and is reflected in the majority of the charts, as we can see in the M30, we had a lot of pink center line, orange timing line above, and that. So we look down, and in all charts, we can clearly see the support resistance and the support here, the support bands, and they're named support bands, which you can see it written there, and our pivots up there. Yeah. So though it went sideways, the other windows in our charts help indicate and support what's in window one. Okay, so if we look down, we can see what's attracting price action. Okay, so and once again, it's really a point and profit. Price will like to either go up or go down. What we're looking for is indications of the direction it's going. And yeah, sure, when it's going down, and this is the 5-minute view of it, even though it's going down, to go down, sometimes it needs to go up. Okay, sometimes when it's going up, we're able to take trades because it has the vertical line that we can go and get confirmed or not. If we don't have any, we just wait for the lines that are going in that direction. Yep. So over here, as we can see, as the days got on a bit later on, and the morning, so 3:15 broker time, plus 7's 10:15. So from about 10:15 through to the afternoon, it presented itself. So although your minimum criteria doesn't require window 2 to actually have pink shading or the green or the red line that represents the time frame higher and the shading 2 time frames higher. They did indicate the price was looking for a lower low than there. Okay, so it was looking to go down, and once it go lower than that, the only other place it could look for is there. So the things that we're looking for is just the obvious one, because price is pretty obvious where it wants to go, and if we've got a direction and we're looking in the right place, we'll be able to see it. Okay, so we don't really need to go and make anything up. If it's messy, just come back later, let the alerts call you. Okay, so nothing more frustrating than you turn up and the market's not ready for you to do something. Yeah, I know that feeling, and most of you would have experienced that feeling. You're ready and the market's not ready. The good thing is, the market's like Melbourne's weather. If you're not happy with what you see, just wait a few minutes and you'll get what you want. Okay, so now pound Aussie is one of the currency pairs that has a lot of movement. Oh, this is quite an old one. Let me just put. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's got all the memories of all the previous ones. So this is an obvious one that we're going to have to refresh. Okay, so bear with me as we quickly bring it up to speed. Okay. So here we see pound Aussie, and here's the beginning of the week, the end of the week, and the beginning of the new week. Okay, so we've got four 4-hour candles happening. Yeah, the current one's got 168 minutes left of 240, so it's already gone 12 hours. Yeah. Now, from bottom to top, last week, pound Aussie went 317 pips. Yeah. The week before, 270. Okay. And over here, 140. Okay. And then the week before that. So this is virtually 4 weeks. Yeah. So we're 317, 140, 270, 317. And in 5 minutes, we're looking at taking a minimum of 20 pips plus more. Given the setup. So in these movements, it helps to go and just get the big picture and have that giving alerts. So although these red lines weren't confirmed, it does suggest that there's a desire to go down. Okay, so what the alert does is say, hey, something's happening on the 4-hour. getting a red line. No, it's not confirmed. But just excuse me for a sec. Yep. Sorry, Dave. Yes. Every 2 weeks on a Monday night, I give my father his iron injection thing, so he's just reminding me. So, okay, now where were we? Yes, so we can see these are the two lines I drew on over the red lines from the 4 hours. Yeah. So where there's smoke, there could be fire. So it's happening, but not quite confirmed in 4 hour. Could be that a smaller time frame, it's already happening. Yeah. So these are ways that we can actually get the charts and the alerts to work with us, because really 3 of these a week or 4 of these a week, compounding, and with a high probability of actually going to fruition and perhaps getting 2 for 1, and that we actually can go and build a regular and steady stream of income. Yeah. But to do this, we need to go and actually trade and do it and apply the knowledge and use the charts. I haven't seen any postings or anything, so I gather nobody's practicing, so nobody's going to get better or even give yourself the chance to. Yeah. So to get anywhere, if you're inert and there's no push, then there's no movement and there's no destination achieved. Okay, so these are just some of the things, having the proper chart setups, and whether you only get it to once a week or you've placed the computer on at night when you come home and it makes the noise and you go have a look, it's enough to go and get you started. It's all about doing. Okay, let me go. Okay, so these things are going to come back. Refreshing. Yeah. So over here, we'll get a little bit more help. We had a Fibonacci saying there's a breakout upwards. We've got 3 vertical lines that would have given alerts. Yeah. That same time, every 5 days is 1 week. So the alerts do the work for us, yeah? So we don't really need to create it. The little changes I've made to it is just to make them that we're filtering out the ones that go sideways and take forever, because we really want the ones that stand out. Okay, ones where multiple time frames says the same information. Okay, so from probably from about lunchtime onwards, all these got very strong in there and in supporting with the same look. Same look is orange above red. I mean, orange above pink center line. Yeah. Okay, so over here, I can minimize it, but nearly every chart looks the same. Yeah, they're all hooking downwards, and this happens often enough. So really, it's your choice as to what you look for. The templates just filter out most of the noise and get you in a position where there's a high probability setup. Okay, and we can wait for it when at least 3 or 4 charts all say, and you can nearly enter nearly any one of these charts. Okay, so if that's the sort of trades that you'll look for, I take a multi-chart screenshots, and when it starts looking like this, you know that there are going to be trades that are going to be very profitable with minimal risk or no risk, because, or 1%, because these trades virtually, when you've got that synchronicity in 4 time frames with the stop levels you have, there is really very little chance of your stop level being hit. Yep. So, and that's why having a quick look at the news to ensure that there's no volatile news. And volatile news, generally all red news can move it up to 50 to 100 pips on pound Aussie. Okay, so but generally for just average news and news going around, the stop levels you're applying, because our minimum stop level is 20 pips on pound Aussie, and it's done from the open of a confirmed candle, actually will place the stop level. Generally, they're very good distance away as to not to be stopped. And occasionally, the news won't be announced and that would happen, and there's no previous knowing that's going to happen, and that's going to happen. But as long as we're following our rules, we expect and allow for at least 20% for that sort of thing to happen, because if we're making 80%, we're doing very well. The average for percentage for a good trader, anything above 60, 55, 61%, they're making a very good living. Okay, so we don't have to go for that. Was there a question did I miss? Line to the last vertical line signal on the 30-minute chart. So how long ago did you enter that trade, Ruth? So let's have a look. So let's have a look. The vertical line was it 4:30. The alert would have come in at 5 o'clock. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so whoops. Okay, so if it's in the 30 minutes, stop level's 50 pips up. Okay, so pretty much to the channel line, it's 52 pips. Default's 50 pips. We're looking for 50 pips as our horizontal trade line, and we also got a horizontal line that would be where the red vertical line intersects the opposite riverbank. Okay, so our 1-for-1 is there, and we've also got the support band, which is what it's attracted to, and it's this profit destination. Okay, so this, yep. So I presume you're out of the trade with a profit, Ruth? Yeah. And did stop you out with your 1-for-1 trade profit, or did you close it manually when the diamond appeared? 2 trades, 40 pips and 50 pips. Wow. Okay. So did you put those 2 trades on consecutively, or How did you do that? So if you just talk us through, I'll type through what. Yes. Okay, so which trade did you enter first? Perhaps you have a screenshot, you can post it to the WhatsApp, and then I can bring it to the front screen. But yeah, so no screenshots. So did the computer? Were you sitting in front of it, or did you wait for the alert to go and call you to the screen? Ruth, how did you come? What initiated the trade? Alert, or you saw it, the line there? You came. Okay, no worries. In any case, so 5 o'clock. So the new candle is where the alert would have come at the end of the candle with the vertical line, and from there we had 43 pips. Okay, so that same trade in that time. Okay, once again, it's easy enough to mark because these are multi-automatic time shift. Okay, so in the 15-minute, there's a vertical line there, and there's also a vertical line underneath it. Okay, underneath the yellow line. So the 15-minute provided a couple of vertical lines. Okay, so, and sorry, yeah, at that same time, our 5 minutes would have presented vertical line. So once we had that confirmed 30 minutes that wanted to go to the riverbank, it gave us the boundaries and destinations that we could have entered on our smaller time frames. Okay, so just bear with me a sec. This must be one of my old ones. Retracement finder. Okay, so let me just, I can see that there's a couple of questions there, so I'll be with you in a sec. Just okay, so 30 minutes. Okay, so over here, price came back up. So window 5 can actually help you when you've got a trend that's been confirmed in multiple time frames that have to reach their target. This can assist us. Okay, so let's have a look at what the questions are. Okay. Oh, excellent. So this is very nice, Ruth. So let's have a look. So you can all see what Ruth has typed in the chat. So at 5 o'clock, when she got the alert for the 30-minute, she put 2 trades on consecutively and then adjusted the profit targets to 2 Fibonacci lines. Okay, so a lot of times we'll have the Fibonacci's there as well to support. in the trading. Okay, so, and you can see how well this little console that you see in front of the multi-chart screen, we can see and monitor as the confirmed vertical lines are under 15 where it wants to go. We can see the confirmed vertical line in 30 and where it wants to go. Okay, and in amongst that, we're getting multiple opportunities to enter under 5. Okay, so when price action actually wants to go down, it's doing it in every time frame. Yeah, so when it's choppy, once again, if it's giving you a headache, the chart's just telling you not yet. Okay, so have a cup of tea and that's it. You know, once you enter the trade, if it does get choppy or starts getting spiky and that just, and we're in profit, we can close it. Okay, so it's once again, it's just the more we enter it and follow what the system and the templates helping us with, the more we'll get from it, and it's great. So from our talk last week, Ruth, you got 4 trades last week, and the previous week, I was under 30 minutes, you got a couple. So, and last week, yeah, a couple of 5 minutes time frames. So virtually, you're allowing the templates and alerts to let you know which charters, and you're not actually particularly picking any one. You're just letting the chart that has the alerts and confirming them and entering trades. So that's, yeah, so it looks like you're doing well. Actually, into 5-minute trade. 15:30. Yeah, no, excellent. So yeah, so just remember, we're the supervisor. You know, the trades come, the alerts come. As a supervisor, we get the final vote as to when we've done everything, we're happy, the choice to enter or not. Okay. And this week will be just like last week. This is probably going to be a 350 pip trade, a week trade. So first Friday of the month is this month. There's an on-farm payroll at the end of the week. So if it hasn't reached 260 to 300 pips, they'll probably do it by then. So it's going to be a busy week. Okay. Everybody's waiting for the Federal Reserve to see whether they're going to go and cut the interest rates in America. Okay. And Boris Johnson and the Forex community have nicknamed him Bojo. You know, so Mr. Trump and Bojo are certainly going to keep things lively on the charts. So it's going to be good. Well, the market's going to move like it did today. So, and yeah, and we've still got the rest of the night to go. So, yeah. Okay, so it's, even if you don't do report lines on your 8-hour report, what the template does, it actually gives you the session times where they begin and end. Okay, so it just keeps you in a loop, and it's good to have at least one time frame or one chart to actually have the session. So it just confirms, okay, I'm in a Euro session. Yeah, okay. So Euro session, London session is probably one of the busiest sessions consistently, and everybody talks about London session. So pretty much the whole world is buying, people that trade buy into it, and because they buy into it, it's always busy. They turn up. So yeah, you're always going to get good movements. And one of the another reason why these session times are good, it just lets you quickly see how consistent that session is. Okay, so you can see. Okay, I can take any of these and there'll be a minimum of 50 pip movement in that blue session. Yep, 52. Okay, this is a little bit busier. Yeah, 100. Okay, so London session consistently will move those sort of movements, and when the price is moving, it's easier to see the trade. Okay, so this is probably just a nice recap on it. So work with your charts, and when you have, and just the sort of view that you might want to go and keep to as the one that you want to, the trades that you want to enter. Okay, it happens a fair bit, and yeah, so notice what time you've got available or that you are available to trade, and see in the session times how it moves, which days, etc. And these things just help you, so when you're in front of the screen ready to trade, that there's going to be action. Okay, so yeah, and no doubt when Ruth came up, when that alert came, you can see really it's a mirror image nearly on the 1 hour, the 15. She would have felt very confident of that trade, because visually it would have just been very supportive and and strong looking. Yeah, so the time has gone so quick once again, and hopefully some of the things that I've said might help you to get more of the results that you want. So are there any other questions before I say goodnight? No? Okay. So once again, thank you, and thank you for sharing, Ruth. Okay, so yeah, so keep going and keep doing it. And yeah, I know you're focused now on just getting all the rhythms and alert, Ruth. So yeah, and then once you get over it and getting in sync with it, as you are, all the rest will come. And thank you. I know you'll take screenshots. Okay. Good night, all. Thank you again. And yeah, if you see anything during the week, take a screenshot, bring it up next week, go through it. But the main thing is, just jump on a demo account or whatever. If you're in a live account, keep it at 10 cents. The main thing is just allow yourself the opportunity to actually enjoy and actually place the trades and follow the system. Yeah. Okay. Good night. Thanks all.